Have you ever wondered how you can increase the focus of your team? Hey, I'm Lois Roth, cloud expert and founder of the Upgrade Yourself for Coaching. And today I would like to share with you some hints that I have been deployed and that I did see working across the board in the industry that can really help to bring the attention, bring the focus of the team. Cultural discussion, it's always a challenge, but we need to start addressing this in our tech community. And I believe that there is a massive gap of opportunities for us to improve. If we can do that, there are benefits to the organization, benefits to the team, and benefit for you that is working as a leader in driving that change. So today, the hint number one that I would like to share here is the whiteboard effect. You may be wondering what this effect is. The interesting part with whiteboarding and when you bring your team to collaborate in some space in the office compared to Teams meetings, because I feel that Teams meetings, they are challenged yet. But when you bring people to collaborate in the whiteboard, better sense of presence and awareness of the team to be really present and engaged in discussion. Whereas if you are doing a remote call and you are trying to exchange ideas, you are trying to workshop a solution for a new project, it's easy to get people distracted. People, sometimes they just turn off their camera and you don't even know what's going on their end, and the contributions sometimes they are not at the level that we really need and at the level that the organization is requiring us to collaborate to resolve a specific problem. And also, I believe that there is also social pressure when we do this whiteboarding in a specific setup in the office, where everybody feels kind of that besides being present, they need to contribute, they need to collaborate. One of the challenges are dealing with people that are more introverts, and we know that in tech it's very common, this profile. Myself, I believe that I'm really on the introvert side. Like when I do some psychological tests, we need kind of to hold a little bit more of space for those people to contribute. Usually you hear good ideas, good inputs, but we just need to hold a little bit more of that space for them to collaborate and to provide any input. And also, I believe that we should create a culture where is okay as well if people they don't have too much to contribute, because sometimes it's a specific domain that we are discussing, that we are workshopping, and some people may be not fully experienced or they didn't see a specific configuration or a specific setup that we are looking for into that initiative. So it's really, I believe it's really important to honor everybody in that process. But making this setup, I believe that it can lead to major benefits to the team and the organization. A hint number two that I would like to share here is when we think about increasing the attention and focus on the team to resolve problems, is also to remove any friction, and that can be on a normal daily basis activities. There was a few companies that I did work that we have now this culture of working from home and few days in the office. It was so interesting that sometimes my director manager, he would call me out of blue, and that kind of was a friction for me on my schedule, like on my work that I was doing. I recall that I was exchanging some ideas with a colleague that's also working in this space. He did share his frustration with me when that was happening, and also the interesting part was a distinction that he made. He got a new line manager. When this manager came on board and they were kind of doing their one-on-one session, the manager told him that he would schedule 2 check-ins during the week, and that was the time that they would talk, and if there was anything urgent, of course, like you can, like they would talk before or even maybe in other meetings, but they did remove that friction of just calling out of the blue, because as sometimes we talk here in our channel, there are some distinctions when we think about the engineering work, the tech work that we need to do, that requires concentration, that requires blocks of time for us to be immersed and trying to resolve the problems. Whereas leadership roles, it's more, the agenda is usually more motivating the team, trying to remove blockers, trying to go around and collaborate with others team or understand what's going on in the organization. And this varies in every company, but it's a different agenda. So if we think that the manager has the agenda of having different meetings during the day, whereas the engineer has the agenda to create something new, to resolve some problem that no one has a solution yet. So it's different, like the purpose of each agenda, and if we can remove the friction between those two roles, like it will really help the team and the organization. And I believe that we decided to go down this habit role of friction. There are different areas as well that can add friction to the team, but today I would like to add this and discuss about this cultural one that I believe it's really straightforward to resolve, and it's easily managed by the manager or lead, or the engineer can even give a hint to his line manager on how to resolve that. The hint number 3 that I would like to share here when we think about bringing focus to the team, focus in the work, failed attacks, they are productive. I know that a lot of people, sometimes they are not so acclimated of being busy, being with a agenda of building a new solution. That specific solution can fail, and what are you going to do if that fails? Some people, they have this concern that if it's a failure, it's done, we are not going to revert, and they forget the scientific method of like trying, failing, discovery, trying, failing, discovery, until you get to the solution that will work. And in tech roles, this is really common. We have different types of projects, solutions that we need to configure, and we should encourage that in the team, that if we are working towards a specific initiative that is being sometimes it's not working straight away, but we are within the deadline and we are learning, we are evolving with that. It's completely natural, and I believe that this can help to keep the team more open and also aware that, okay, we can focus on trying to resolve this issue. We are going to get there, even though we don't have complete clarity right now, and we will gain clarity as we move forward. And this is something that sometimes is not so discussed in tech teams, that all that cognitive effort, like building sometimes new knowledge, if you are making a discovery in a specific setup that you never touched before, all that cognitive load, like usually it's not linear, like you are building that, you are understanding, and suddenly you have the solution for that. I believe that this is a really good advantage for people that are experienced in the industry, because they have that confidence that they did figure out in the past some issues that everybody thought that was not possible to resolve, and they have that confidence within them. Once they are fully aware that they were able to resolve in the past, they will not freak out if there is a new challenge, that they are building that knowledge, they are trying to understand. And we can see this even in different organizations. For myself, this happened a lot, different projects, sometimes even working with the project manager that is kind of really concerned with the outcome of the project, and there were different situations where project was having major issues, and I saw experienced engineers and even myself like talk with them, hey, we are going to figure out this, we are doing this initiative, this one to tackle the issue, and the problem is resolved. And also having that ability to compartmentalize all these issues that we are working, is really helpful for your career. I hope that this video served you today. If did, hit subscribe, share with your friend, leave me a comment and let me know what you would like us to talk here in the channel. And I hope to see you here again really soon. Cheers!